Right. Do you know that you can actually die for the sins of your children if you don't raise them right? I want to bring to you the story of Eli in the Bible. Read in the book of 1 Samuel you are going to read chapters 2, chapters 3, and chapter 4. That is where the whole story is found. So here's what happened. Eli had children that were very rebellious before the Lord, and he did not restrain them. He saw the things that the children were committing that were abominable before God, but he did not restrain them. And that is where the problem is. There are people who raise their children thinking that if they don't stop them when they're seeing them doing something wrong, then they don't love them. That is not love. Love is actually seen by making sure that you raise the children the right way, by restraining them when you see them doing what is not right. God has given you as a parent a responsibility to raise those children right before him. When you read 1 Samuel chapter 3, just read verse 12 and 13, consider those two verses. You're going to find that Eli was warned about the judgment that was going to come, and the Lord actually said that I'm going to do something that when people hear, their ears will tingle. That is how displeased God was. If you read 1 Samuel chapter 2 from verse 12 all the way to 17, you are going to find the sins that the children of Eli were committing in the temple, right in the temple, to an extent whereby people now began to hate to go and give sacrifices, to go and do sacrifices to the Lord in the temple. That was terrible. Now what happened? In verse 4 you're going to find that there was a war that broke out between Israel and the Philistines, and Phineas and the other Eli's son died. That's Hophni, whatever the name, died in that war. That happened. And then the Ark of the Covenant also went with the Philistines. What happened now when Eli heard that story? He broke his head and died. That was a terrible end. Do not think, I repeat, by raising a child like an egg that you love that child. That child may end up being, a worst case scenario in this life. They end up dying and their blood is going to be on your hands. You are going to be able to die you may actually be able to die like Eli died. That is not actually the end of it, because when the time comes that Jesus Christ comes, you will pay for your mistakes, for your negligence towards the child of yours. If you know someone who has children, kindly share this so that they are warned as well. Read 1 Samuel chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. You find this story. Terrible. You don't play like that. God bless you.